I really notice that I always cry over little things. And the question is why? It is simple. Sometimes it is not even about what is actually happening in my life or what is not really happening, but rather it is because I cannot really withhold my tears when they are about coming out, okay? And so before I know myself, I will just start crying. And then secretly, I will just, be cleaning the tears. Let somebody not see it. And that is how I used to feel. Now, if I may ask you, have you ever been told by someone or people that you are too sensitive, that you are too emotional? And if this is a question that is familiar to you and you have answered yes, I want you to know that this video is specially created just for you. Trust me. But what if I told you right now that you always crying regularly, easily over little things? It is not a sign that you are actually a weak person, but rather you always crying over little things is your mind trying to tell you something deeper that you have actually been ignoring in your life. I want you to know that there are hidden reasons why those tears always come. They don't just come out for coming sake. And so, trust me, most times these tears that often come so easily is what people don't always talk about, okay? And that is why I want you to stick with me until the end of today's video, because maybe one of the reasons that we are going to be discussing in today's video might change the way you always see yourself crying over little things. Now, stay with me. The first reason is I really got to realize that sometimes I am not really crying because of what is actually happening right now in my life, but rather I am really crying about everything that I have never had the opportunity to actually release in my life. Yes, this is a fact. Sometimes I might be watching a movie, or someone might just be telling me a story, and then you will see me cry. And the feeling, the tears are real. I will see them just rushing out. I can't withhold it. And sometimes I don't want to embarrass myself, and so secretly I will just clean the tears. But they are real, because what I heard or what I'm watching remind me of something I was unable to release years ago, or moments ago, or right now in my life. And I also realized that I don't just feel things on the surface. I rather feel things so deep and deeper. And that is why I cry. There are some persons, I say they have more hearts. They might watch something terrible, horrible. They won't cry. They might hear a story that is touching, yet they have what it takes to hold themselves without crying. But as for me, I am so emotional. I am so sensitive. You might tell me a story and I will start crying. I might not be there when the thing happened, but trust me, so fast I will wear the shoe of the person and you will see me so emotional and I will start crying over situations I wasn't there to witness live. But just hearing it makes me cry. Why? I don't just feel things on the surface. I feel things so deep. And that is why I easily cry. I am not kidding, is what I often pass through a lot, okay? And I also got to realize that it is not really just about this moment that makes me to cry, but rather it is everything that this moment actually reminds me about in my life or about life itself. Sometimes I cry and I feel the pain. Why? Because what I see or what I hear reminds me of something that did not just happen today, but what I watch or what I hear reminds me of my past experience. And so before you know it, I will start crying. Not because I am ready to cry. These tears often comes naturally without me even knowing, without me having what it takes to hold them back. Sometimes I'll try to control the way I feel, but I can't really control it because it reminds me of a past event that really hurts me. Something might happen this moment, and maybe something I am watching, maybe something that happened in a movie I watched, or something I witnessed live this moment, or someone told me something. Trust me, if the thing reminds me of what I have passed through in life, or if it reminds me of a past experience that happened to a loved one of mine that really touched me, before you know it, I will start crying and I won't be able to control myself. Why? It reminds me of something that really touched me emotionally, and so I will start crying. It's not a joke, it's something I experienced. This is real life unfiltered TV. Whatever you are hearing here is life unfiltered, without padding, without polishing, exactly the way it is. That is what I am telling you. And so what I'm trying to tell you is what makes me to cry always, because it's something I have been experiencing. And so I keep on asking myself, why do I just cry always over little things? Sometimes you will see it and say, this thing is not important, yet it touches me and I will start to cry. I am so emotional, and so whatever that touches my heart makes me to cry. Sometimes they are tears of joy also, okay? Now, sometimes I I am not I am not crying because I am weak, but rather it is because I am just tired as a human. You know, I lost my mom when I was so young. I don't even know her. And so as a young mother, sometimes when I see what other mothers are doing to their daughters, and I wish my mother was alive to do that for me, I cry. I said, oh, I wish my mother was alive. She would have been here running around doing these things for me. A friend of mine told me that she missed her mom because she gave birth to a second child and her mom was no more, but her mom was alive when she gave birth to the first one. And so her mom did omubo, her mom brought things for her, her mom took care of her, and she felt this motherly love. And so when she gave birth to her second child, she lost her mom and she was unable to get those gifts, and that motherly love was not there. And she was telling me in sad mood, and I felt it. I was crying, and she said, why are you crying? That she's supposed to be the one crying. I told her, your story just reminded me of something. I am crying because I am tired of always doing what my mother would have done for me. And that is why I cry. And she laughed. And I now told her, don't worry. You've joined the train. You're not a strong woman. If I can do it, you can also do it. And that is how we now laughed over the issue. When I cry, I realize that that is the moment I feel free and I feel everything, not withholding everything, seeing life the way life is and then feeling it real time. So I no longer beat myself over me crying always, because I have gotten to know the reasons why I actually cry. And so these are the reasons I often cry over little things I have come to realize. I don't know whether any one of these reasons that made me to cry actually makes you to cry also. And if everything I've shared with you, nothing in it makes you to cry, I want you to drop it in the comment section. Let me know what actually makes you to cry. If it is one of what we've discussed, also share it in the comment section. And if your case is actually different, also drop it in the comment section. And if you are blessed with having a Momo heart where you are not so emotional and sensitive to cry over little things, also drop your comments in the comment section below. This is Real Life Unfiltered. Be free to express yourself here in this channel. Okay? Here in this channel, we don't pretend, we don't sugarcoat, we say it how we feel. Okay? Exactly the way it is. I want you to know that something inside of you needs attention. That is why you see those tears coming out of your eyes. They don't just come out for coming out sake. They are tears of purpose. They are indicators that something inside of you really needs an urgent attention. And sometimes we cry and you ask yourself, why are you crying? I want you to know that those tears is a sign of something that you are still holding behind in your life. Is a sign of something that you really need to let go, that you have not actually let go. So when you cry over little things, know that inside of you really needs attention. Those tears are making you to know that you've been pretending that you've moved on, but actually you haven't moved on. And so it is very important for you to free yourself, for you to let go of the past and then move on so that you can live a happy and then sweet life. I want you to know that your tears speak louder than your voice can ever speak for you. Whenever you cry over little things, when those tears that you cannot control comes effortlessly by themselves, I want you to know that your voice have failed in speaking for you, and so your tears is doing that in a better way and louder for you. Okay, sometimes we are being hurt, but the fact is we can't speak up. But those tears speak for us, and people will know that yes, something is going on within you that needs urgent attention. This is Real Life Unfiltered TV. If this video really spoke to you, why not like it, share it, and drop your comments in the comment section below. If you've not subscribed to this channel and you love what I am doing in this channel, hit the subscribe so that when I upload my videos like this, you are not going to miss them. Okay, until next time, this is Real Life Unfiltered TV.